All right, let's do a little recap of the race that I didn't get to see it all. I just listened to it. I watched the only one stage of the race from what I saw. It was really entertaining. The new package killed. I loved it. Like everyone was passing each other, drawn out runs. Um, it was more competitive. It was just all kinds of on the edge of your seat, like people trying to bump into each other. It was just awesome. Um, but uh, just and when I got to work, I heard like the beginning of the stage 2, and that was like, I guess, was insane. But and you're probably wondering why I didn't put up a Daytona 500 videos, because one, I was out of town that entire all a few days last week, and I was super busy with work, so I never got a chance to. And one, I didn't really watch the race. I just saw bits and pieces of it, and one, I just don't care for the driver who won, and it's not because of what you think. I just straight up just don't like him. And two, my driver just has bad luck with that race and that track in general. So, in the story, I didn't care. This race, honestly, I didn't care for it either. Based like the action, that stuff was great. I thought the race was great, but if my driver doesn't finish well, then I don't seem to care. All my drivers didn't finish well. Like for Big Blaney, looked like he was doing good. He was in the top 10, competing up front and all that. But from what I gathered, all the Hendrick cars brought super speedway cars for this past weekend. I'm like, I don't feel like that was a wise choice, but again, this is a new aero package. They're experimenting with what works and what doesn't, and it's only the second race of the season, so I'm not really concerned with experimenting this early in the season. They could only go up from here. It's another slow start for Chase this season. This at the beginning of every season, it seems like he starts out slow and then progresses. But excuse me, cough. My cough is going away. For those who know, I've been off and on sick for the past like month or so, but got this cough like a couple weeks ago, I should say. But it's going away. You hear my voice is kind of a little bit sound like a dude. I always sound like a dude, but there we go. Anyway, Chase like started 22nd, made this huge run, got up to 12th, 11th, and just stalled out. Couldn't really get into the top 10 and just stay there. He was in there for a little bit, and then he would always fall back to like 16th to 20th. He finished 19th. The highest Hendrick car was 15th, which I guess is not bad, but it's not good either. Again, all of them we had super speedway cars, so apparently that didn't work. So scrap that idea, and it won't work. Especially at Atlanta, where the track eats up your tires so much. So it's more about the driver and not the car. And but anyway, they're going to Vegas next. Start the West Coast swing. Going to Vegas next week. I still have yet to get my tickets for Phoenix because I've been like super busy with work and things just came up, and I can't fit in time to purchase my tickets. So this Friday before work, my friend, I gotta go get tickets for the race weekend. Well, I'm getting stuff for the race weekend. She's my coworker slash best friend at work is coming with me and bringing her dad to the Sunday race. So I'm getting mine and her tickets, and then all three of us her her and her dad infield passes for Sunday so they can get to experience the whole thing because her dad's kind of a NASCAR fan. So it'd be fun. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, personal life update. I just got back from Vegas Friday. It was a lot of fun. I did some drinking. Um, yes, I look like I'm 12, but I'm 27. I drank a lot. Should have, because it's Vegas and I got to experience it. I walked Fremont Street briefly and it snowed for anyone who knew or is concerned. It rained, not rain, rain and snowed. There was a big snowstorm throughout, like, I guess some of the West Coast area, like Nevada, Arizona. The whole country was like getting hit by like rain or snow. So it was just weird to see it snow in Vegas, but it's been like about 20 years or so since I've seen it snow in person. Last time I saw it snow was I was in like the Carolinas. Huge blizzard. It was awesome, but never again. Anyway, I've got to get some sleep since my mom, my nephew, and my sister aren't here. They're still in Nevada visiting with my oldest nephew as a birthday present because his birthday was on last Wednesday, the 20th. Went to my cousin's wedding, which was Thursday, and I have a funny story to tell you. It's not really funny, but it's just, I don't know. So at my cousin's wedding, they held at the little white chapel in Vegas, which was a lot nicer than I thought. Was like really nice place. They had a nice big room for the wedding itself, but you had like take an elevator up to it. So I'm like, this is weird, but pretty cool. Building it was freezing out, so of course I'm wearing a dress and I had to wear like this sweater, and it was obnoxious. I hated it, but like near the by the end of the service, my dad kept like wanting me to come back and talk to him. I'm like, so I went back and he's like, Chase Elliott's here, and I'm like, what are you talking about? He's not here. He tells me to turn around. It's like it's a guy that looked almost just like Chase Elliott. I will post a picture of it eventually, but I thought it was freaking hilarious. I'm like, Chase is not here because they don't get to Vegas until the week after. So we're at the not rehearsal. After whatever you call that dinner after the wedding. Where's the reception dinner, whatever you want to call it. I don't go to weddings all the time, so I don't know. He was sitting like right like behind me, but to the at an angle, and I like the end of almost before we left. It's Dad's like, here, I'm gonna hook you up, and so he goes over to the guy who looks like Chase and starts talking. I'm like, Dad, oh my god. So he's like going on and on. It's like, and the weird thing is, the guy and his dad are like kind of NASCAR guys, but the dad's more into it than the son is. So, and apparently his dad's sending me like a few lug nuts from Jeff Gordon's last race at Texas Motor Speedway, the one where he got into a brawl with Brad Keselowski, which was pretty cool. So, he's like in cahoots like with Hendrick Motorsports and all that. So, so cool. So we were talking and stuff like that. My dad's like, let's get a picture of you two. I'm like, okay. So I took a picture with the guy, and it's funny. He like joked and like played along with it, and calling him Chase, and guess what his name is? His name is Dylan. So that's like, oh, Austin Dillon. But still, that was pretty funny. And I got to talk NASCAR and show videos with my aunt, who is pretty cool. And it was just nice to sit and talk with her, stuff like that. It's just never, I don't really get to talk to her that much as one on one. So it was nice to sit down and have a nice chit chat with her about NASCAR, my work, and all that. So, but yeah, Atlanta, Brad Keselowski won. Good for him. He beat Truex. Thank God. I hate Truex. I tolerate Brad. I'm not as fan. I'm a fan of his, but I tolerate him. I like him better than Truex or any other Toyota driver. Like if it wasn't Chase, I'd rather have been him or Blaney, but Blaney was nowhere to be found up near the front at the end. So anyway, I had a long day at work. I'll have another long day tomorrow and on Wednesday. But payday is on Friday. Get my NASCAR tickets for the Phoenix race. And I'm so excited. Just enjoying the peace and quiet in my house for the time being, for another day. And get my butt to the gym and stop eating like shit, because that's all I've been doing for the last like few weeks, and I feel it in my face. It doesn't help that I'm eating pizza and drinking a Mountain Dew. But I need a Mountain Dew today because I'm so freaking tired. And it's that time of month, so I am like, everything pisses me off, and I just did so much at work. I'm just mentally, and my body's just exhausted. So that's that. Caught up with everything. I didn't give a shit about the Daytona 500, and Atlanta was a good race, like very good race. The race was good. The outcome for my driver just wasn't good, so I didn't care. If you get what I'm saying. And people need to stop blaming Ellen for everything bad that happens with Chase's car, whatever, and stop going after his head. It's obnoxious. And of course, like, people gave Chase shit for years before he, like those 3 years before he won, like 2.5 years or so before he won a race, kept calling him a choke, just because they think he was just blowing races while he was dominating this. I'm like, no, there's a difference between choking and like blowing a race, choking, and just losing a race by a weird circumstance. Larson all last year was like one of the strongest Chevy cars, along with Chase. Would lead and dominate a race, and then at the end it just blow it and choke, and I make this joke that he choked today. He had one of the fastest Chevys and choked. I made a comment, people like, oh, don't start. I'm like, I can't say anything, but people can say shit about Chase for years. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm gonna say something, so shut the hell up. I'm allowed to speak my mind. And I don't even like Larson, so there you go. It's not because I'm a hater, it's just no fact that he's a choke. He hasn't won in since Richmond in 2017. And since then, Chase won 3 and gaining up on his Larson's total wins record right now, which is 5. which didn't come all the like close together, but spread apart. Tracy's came close together. So anyway, enough of me rambling. Done. I'm gonna eat, go to bed, wash my face. Not in that order, but I'm tired.